X-Men Apocalypse, amazing movie. Hello everyone, so today I'm going to do again a movie review, but today it's X-Men Apocalypse. Just to warn you beforehand, I didn't read the comics at all. I only watched the movies, so I don't know what the characters are like in the comic books. I don't know if there are differences between the movies and the comic books. I only watched the movies, so that's where I'm taking my information off. Now, before I get comments saying, "Oh my god, you spoiled the movie, why did you do that, blah 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 blah," I'm just saying things that you can already see in the trailer, maybe a little more explained, but I'm not giving the plot away. So everything I say, you might be able to kind of take from the trailer. Before you even think about watching the X-Men Apocalypse movie, I would really recommend you to watch the previous X-Men movies, because otherwise you would have huge plot holes, and if you haven't watched the previous X-Men movies, you wouldn't know the basic storyline, so the main characters and everything. So really watch the previous movies, because otherwise you're lost. I mean, you would watch a great movie, but you wouldn't understand the whole movie, if it makes sense. So X-Men Apocalypse is set in 1983, which is basically after the events from the previous movie, so X-Men Days of the Future Past. The movie starts with the making of Apocalypse in ancient Egypt. I've searched for a classification of all the mutants. I know that Professor X is level 4 and Jean is level 5, I think, because she's very powerful and even more powerful than Professor X. And that Apocalypse is the most powerful one, so I think he's above all. Anyways, Moira McTaggart will have a comeback, so if you've watched X-Men First Class, you will know her. Also, Stan Lee will have a little cameo, just like in every Marvel movie. It's a very adorable one. Wolverine, so Hugh Jackman, also has a small part in this movie. I have some thoughts on it that I will talk about later in this video. So basically the movie is about Apocalypse searching for recruits. There are 4 of them, and he will fight against Professor X's team. So there's Team Apocalypse and Team Professor X, I would say. That's what I called them in my mind. So on Team Apocalypse, there is Storm, there is Magneto, there is Psylocke, and there's Angel. On Professor X's side, there's Jean, Cyclops, Mystique, could be so Nightcrawler, Peter, I think his name is Quicksilver or something, and Beast. So to the movie itself, I really liked the way they've done it. So the way they filmed it, all the effects and everything, it was just mind-blowing. I really liked it. My favorite scene was Peter's scene. I'm not saying what he does, but it's just hilarious, or at least I found it really hilarious, because he's just like this funny character, I think. And also they put this really funny background music. I don't know, it's just, you have an action movie and then there's this song that's not something you would expect from an action movie. So I really enjoyed that scene. The costumes were just brilliant. I mean, Oscar Isaac, who played Apocalypse, I was just mind blown by his work and how he portrayed the character. And to be honest, I felt so bad for him, because if you see his costume and then think where they filmed the movie, I think he died like 3 times making this movie in that costume. All the characters, all the costumes, the whole movie, it was just amazingly done. You're kind of tense and you feel with the characters, and I think if you've read the comic books, you would feel more, I think. I mean, even I, who only watched the movies, I was very drawn into the movie and into the story, and I really felt with them and was at the edge of my seat. So about the Wolverine thing I mentioned before, this part of the video is more for the people who watched the previous movie, so Days in the Future Past. So I'm sorry if I'm giving the plot away to anybody who didn't watch it, but I have some questions, or I'm actually questioning the way I think. So whoever read the comics or who knows more about X-Men than I do, and you have the answer to my question or more to my statement, if it's right or wrong, please leave it in the comments, because I really want to know if it's if my thoughts are going into the right direction or not. So at the end of Days of Future Past, Logan comes back, or he kind of, yeah, you can say he comes back, but he lost his memory. And then Professor X says, yeah, we have a lot of catching up to do. Now my question is Professor X basically telling him that story? Because Apocalypse is set in 1983, where Logan basically has no memory of, So my question is Professor X telling him what happened that year or not? I don't know. I hope it made sense. If not, just ignore that part. So to kind of summarize everything I said, I really enjoyed the movie. It was well done. The costumes, the characters, you're really at the edge of your seat, especially if you've read the comics, if you've seen the previous movies. You love this movie. And before you even watch the movie, you should really watch the previous movies, because otherwise it wouldn't make really a lot of sense. So this has been my review on X-Men Apocalypse. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a massive thumbs up. It would really mean a lot to me. Also, if you're new to my channel, subscribe and leave a comment if you have anything to say about this video. Please be nice and don't judge me on not knowing all the details on X-Men and Marvel. Really sorry I didn't read the comics. And maybe you can answer my Wolverine question. Who knows? Anyways, I hope to see you soon in my next video. Bye!